Like, you don't necessarily need to follow Kylie Jenner and look at her big ass. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kelia, and if you haven't already, subscribe down below. I post lifestyle videos. So today our video is going to be talking about how to stop caring what other people think of you. I know that's a really big topic. That's kind of a stupid one too, because a lot of people just be like, yeah, just stop caring, like whatever. But no, there's a lot to it. So I'm going to break it down to you today in less than 5 minutes, hopefully. And yeah, stay along for it. So number one, obviously you can say things like, don't be insecure, stop seeking people's validation, don't be a people pleaser, confidence is sexy, put work in, find your insecurities, switch off your mindset, let there be hate, don't talk poorly about people. Okay, yeah, all these things are big things that will add up to it, but you have to think about it from within. And you as a person, your mindset really does change and establish how you think about the world. So my biggest one to you guys is to reframe your mindset, because happiness and validation and seeking things comes from within. And until you change your mindset within, you are never ever going to stop comparing yourself to others. And think about all the distractions that you have nowadays compared to before. You have social media. It's an online thing that's oversaturated with pictures of people's highlights reels. You can see that at the tip of your finger. And if you guys have seen Social Dilemma, I'm going to put it up here, a lot of people know that these things are designed psychologically to get you to become addicted to it. And so with everyone knowing this, with everyone knowing that social media is toxic and that nowadays it's easier to compare yourself to people, why do we still feed into it? And why does everyone still continue, or most people continue to use social media? And why do we crave likes and everything? Well, there's a very psychological thing to it. The basic thing is dopamine. When people like your photos, you get that dopamine rush and that serotonin hit, and it really does boost your mood for that time being. But you still continue to compare yourself. And so my solution is that take breaks. Don't always let yourself consume social media. Don't get into a binge and don't continue to scroll, because that does get very, very toxic for you, and that's not healthy. And another thing is to really manage and micromanage who you follow and be aware of what you consume, because what you consume really does shape your mindset and it really does change your world. So I only follow several influencers that I really enjoy, and that's because they're more authentic to themselves. They don't necessarily Photoshop or Facetune or post things that are inauthentic or don't align to themselves. And so I like to follow people and creators that I really do enjoy the content of. And so for you yourself, instead of following, a fashion blogger that you think is just pretty, follow one that you genuinely believe in, and follow one that you genuinely enjoy their fashion and enjoy their values, and really get to know them if you can. Obviously, Instagram is just a profile where you just only get to see pictures, but nowadays with live stories and engagement and people having YouTube channels, you really get to know the person. And so surround yourself online with people that you genuinely think are helpful to you and will teach you a lesson. And at the basic most, someone that you're not feeling bad about when you compare yourself, like you don't necessarily need to follow Kylie Jenner and look at her big ass, and there's a lot more than what social media offers. So that's my number one. Number two is to really, really trust your gut and to fail as much as you can. Put yourself in the most uncomfortable situations where you yourself know that you might feel insecure. Let's say you've always wanted to be a dancer and you've always wanted to go to dance class, but you've always just been so shy, and for this reason you've never signed up for classes. Well, why don't you just put that aside and put yourself in that uncomfortable situation? Go to that dance class, obviously with COVID disregarding, like something that's safe and like social. Put yourself in that dance class, put yourself in that uncomfortable situation, sign up for that class alone, go alone, sign up for something online, join a workshop, learn something new, put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, because you know that you will build your confidence, and that is one thing you can do to build your confidence, to become more secure and to not be insecure And when you're there, just have fun. Don't compare yourself to others. Obviously, other people there are going to be better than you. Some people may be worse than you. You put in the work to develop, to become what you want to be. And so, chances are people there have been dancing for several years, or they put in the work behind the scenes. You don't know everything. So when you go there, just have fun. And this is kind of a metaphor for life. You cannot compare yourself to other people just because you see a highlight reel or just one moment of them walking past on the street or a celebrity online. Everyone has their own struggles. Everyone has their own personal circumstances that they face. Even famous people, the fame, it'll get to them. And it's not easy being famous too. Like if you've seen Justin Bieber, or if you heard Justin Bieber's latest song called Lonely, he talks a lot about how he's been living in like a clear glass house, and how everyone is always seeing through him, and that it's not easy being famous at such a young age. And I agree. For people that are put on such a pedestal in society, and for celebrities that are so highly looked upon, you definitely see that they have mental illnesses and that have struggles because of it, and that there's an overwhelming pressure. But society can easily label things, and tabloids and things will always psychologically harm someone like that. So for Justin Bieber to grow up in such a young age where everyone always compared himself to other people is extremely difficult. And even just me being a YouTuber and other people putting themselves out on social media, it's not an easy thing to do. You have to be a little bit more brave to do it, in my opinion, because people are anonymous and people are willing to say whatever the heck they want online, and they don't really care. They can go off, and there's so much hate speech and crime and bullying online if people really want to be. So you just gotta sweat it off. You just gotta do what you want to do. You gotta wear what you want to wear. You gotta choose your life. And as cheesy as it sounds, you can't change just because you feel like you stand out too much, or that you feel like a lot of people are judging you. No, if you want to wear what outfit you picked out that morning, you wear it and you don't look back. You fake it until you make it. You keep telling yourself that until your mind truly believes it. Trust me when I say I've had so many friends be like, oh no, like I don't think I should wear this, like it's not my style, or I just don't think I can rock it. No, you put that thing on and you rock it. Who cares? What if you die tomorrow? What if you get hit by a car? God forbid, knock on wood. But like, how do you know that these things won't happen to you? Like, if you don't live your life to the fullest every single day, and you don't make the decisions that are authentic to yourself and align with your values, then you are never going to stop comparing yourself to others, and you're never going to be happy. And so it's been a long journey for me, and I've had to learn through the ups and downs, and it hasn't been easy. It's not easy for anyone. If you look at anyone in a really successful position, you can easily say that they've gone through and jumped through hurdles that a lot of people couldn't do it. And so if you look at very high successful people, they've pushed through, and so yeah. My next point is that you need to put in the work, and that you are an average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. I've said this before in my videos, and I'll say it again very quickly now, but who you surround yourself with is how you view the world, and what you consume is how you view the world. If you think about it, you live in your thoughts. Your mind and how you think of things are all because of external factors and circumstances that you have been through and that you have been exposed to. And so if you don't expose yourself to people that you genuinely align with, you're going to compare yourself to others. If you genuinely get jealous if your friends are doing well, or if other coworkers or people in your class are getting the dream internship or jobs that you want, and you really do feel yourself comparing yourself to them, and that you feel like you're upset. Like, for example, I'm about to graduate college, and people are getting internships, and they're getting them at really good companies. For example, if I was in a negative mindset and I was like, oh, like, they don't even work hard for it, they don't deserve it, or, oh, I'm so jealous, like, they're so much smarter than me, I will never get to where I want to be, because I'm comparing myself to them. But I am my own entity, and I am my own person. And so me comparing myself to them doesn't benefit or value me. This jealousy will not lead to anywhere. This thing will just kind of continue to accumulate, and that will just create more self-deprecating thoughts. Instead, you need to reframe your mindset and position yourself so that you yourself get to think about what you want to do, who you are, what your values are, what your dream job is, and where you want to be in, let's say, a year or 5 years. If you really, really, really want to work in advertising, or if you want to become a singer-songwriter. Alright, so sorry, I just came back. My friend came to my house randomly and gave me nuggets, so that was really sweet. But you're brought on this earth in order to live and to experience life as it is. So for you to compare yourself to others and for you to have different milestones is okay. You don't need to get married at that age. You don't need to do and get that job at that age. You don't need to go to college right away. You don't have to get that dream internship that you want. Life is very interesting and it works in beautiful ways. I believe that the universe kind of gives you what you want and you attract what you give out, and that you really can manifest for things if you want to. If you think that you can do it, you can do it. You push yourself to do it, and hard work really does pay off. So at the end of the day, no one can bother you how you live your life. If you want to eat breakfast for dinner, fucking do it. Like, you set your goals and you set your dreams and you accomplish them based on how much work you put in. So decipher it and don't listen to the noise. But yeah, thanks so much for listening to my video and my words. And so happy that you guys stayed and made it through this far. I just had a cup of coffee, so I'm going a little bit crazy now, but I'm so can't sleep. So tune in to my video. I post 1 to 2 videos a week on lifestyle, beauty, and traveling, and now I do self-motivation. So if you can't tell, that's a huge passion of mine. But yeah.